The Art of Inducing Bluffs, how to get opponents to bluff you. Have you ever wondered how to turn the tables and get your opponents to bluff you instead? Inducing bluffs is a fascinating aspect of poker strategy. Let's break down how you can create the perfect scenario for this to happen. First, consider showing controlled weakness. This means acting as if you have a weak hand. You can do this by checking or making small bets. When you do this, your opponent may think they have the upper hand and try to bluff you out of the pot. For instance, if you check with a medium-strength hand on the flop, it can tempt your opponent to bet aggressively later. Next, think about your bet sizing. If you make smaller bets than usual, especially after being aggressive earlier, it can signal to your opponent that you are unsure or weak. This might provoke them into bluffing, thinking they can take the pot. For example, if you improve your hand on the turn but bet smaller than you did on the flop, it might encourage your opponent to shove with a bluff. Understanding your opponent's tendencies is also key. Some players rarely bluff unless they have a strong hand, while others, especially aggressive or inexperienced players, might bluff more easily when they sense weakness. If you know your opponent is aggressive, you can encourage them to bluff by appearing weak. Your table image plays a significant role too. If you have been playing strong hands, a sudden check or weak bet can seem more believable. This increases the chances that your opponents will take the bait and bluff. Conversely, if you are known as a frequent bluffer, opponents may be less likely to bluff into you. Strategic checking is another effective tactic. By checking with medium-strength hands on boards where your opponent might have missed draws, you can encourage them to bet. This tactic relies on their desire to steal the pot, making it effective when your check signals uncertainty. You can also use double bluffing to your advantage. This is when you show weakness to induce a bluff while actually holding a strong hand or a draw. Your apparent vulnerability can tempt your opponent to bluff, allowing you to call or raise for value. Lastly, pay attention to psychological and timing tells. Observing your opponent's behavior, like hesitation or quick bets, can help you identify when they might bluff. By acting weak in these moments, you can bait them into making a bluff, increasing your chances of winning a larger pot. In practice, when you have a decent hand but not strong enough to bet confidently, consider checking to induce a bluff from an aggressive player. Use smaller bets or check raises to create uncertainty about your hand strength. Watch how your opponents react to your actions. If they often bet when you check, you can exploit this by checking more frequently with medium-strength hands. Adjust your approach based on your opponent's style. Inducing bluffs is easier against loose or aggressive players, while it is harder against tight players. By mastering these tactics, you can turn the art of inducing bluffs into a powerful tool in your poker strategy.